I was gonna do a different video today, but I really thought that this was more interesting. So if you don't know, recently there is a new game taking the world by storm, and it's called Palworld. If you don't know what Palworld is, it's literally just Pokemon. Like, actually, a lot of people are saying that it's Pokemon with guns. And honestly, I have to agree with that because there's a whole bunch of violence and other things happening in that game that Nintendo would never allow in Pokemon. Now, this game has come under a lot of controversy, leading to a whole bunch of death threats and other things being said towards the artists of the game. One of the main criticisms is that many of the characters have literally just been ripped from Pokemon with minor changes being added. Basically, plagiarism. Now, honestly, while I'm positively sure everybody can agree that this is literally just a ripoff of Pokemon, I think it's really much of a stretch to say that many of the models that were used in the game were literally just taken from Pokemon with minor changes and plagiarism, basically. Honestly, that can just be seen as interpretation or inspiration. And taking inspiration is something that literally so many different artists and creators do every single day. It's not something new, and I don't think that should be a basis on whether or not these people have plagiarized this content from Nintendo. Another thing as well, if Nintendo thought that Palworld was infringing on their copyright of Pokemon, I'm positively sure that Nintendo, of all companies, would say something. Well, editing this video, I actually found out more information on the Palworld versus Nintendo situation. And Nintendo actually came out because a lot of people were tagging them and I guess like saying, hey, Nintendo, look at this. I find it really funny that people will scream and yell at Nintendo for taking down people's videos on YouTube, but will actively call for action from Nintendo whenever somebody comes for their content, like outright. It's so hilarious. We have received many inquiries regarding another company's game release in January 2024. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world, and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future. The Pokemon Company. I don't know about that last part. That seemed like very like off topic and like out there, but Nintendo is notorious for taking down random videos off of YouTube that has any resemblance, similarity, or uses anything from their games, whether it be a small clip of a gameplay or just a picture of the character. Nintendo has always been very vocal at bringing down the ban hammer when it comes down to dealing with those types of situations. But there are many situations where Nintendo has done a DMCA takedown request when it wasn't really necessary. I'm positively sure that little Timmy making a commentary video on the reason why The Legend of Zelda is one of their favorite games does not warrant it being taken down and have a strike added to his channel. Now, this is not a new topic. The game's been out for a while now, and a lot of people have had a lot to say on it, including a very popular streamer who, let's just say, had a very poor taste comment that I don't think met its mark. I'm, of course, talking about our boy, Asmongold. Now, a day or two ago, Ludwig had uploaded a video on his Mogul Mail channel talking about the Palworld situation and basically going through the comparisons of whether or not it's stolen content, it plagiarized content, and basically debunking a whole bunch of different things. And specifically talked about how a lot of the artists from the Palworld team were being heavily harassed, having death threats thrown at him. And of course, Asmongold felt that he must have an opinion on this subject, so he reacted to Ludwig's video. But when Asmongold got to the part of the video where Ludwig was talking about how a lot of people were calling out the Palworld team for essentially plagiarizing content from Nintendo, Asmongold had a really poor taste take on the situation, and just watch.
I have to perceive a difference that I consider substantial, and I do not consider the difference substantial.
I genuinely believe that what his point here is that there's a lot of people calling out the Palworld team for essentially plagiarizing from Nintendo, and it genuinely isn't a serious situation. Now, I honestly definitely do agree that a lot of people saying that the Palworld team stole content from Nintendo is definitely a stretch, to say the least, but I definitely believe that it's like a very important topic to like talk about in case they are stealing content.
If it was made with AI, I'm completely okay with that because it was fun. AI and the sentiment from artists' opinions don't matter. It just doesn't matter, because what matters is the opinion of the people that are buying the product.
Okay. All right, okay. No, wait, hold on. That's essentially me going to someone's Patreon, stealing their content, re-uploading it as my own content, and when the person who owns the Patreon saying, hey, you stole my content, that is mine, and I say, no, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the people who are purchasing it. they're not receiving money for the work that they did. That's not how it works. Okay, all right, no. If someone purchases something, they should purchase it directly from the people who actually made it. It shouldn't be someone else profiting off of it and then them not receiving anything from it. That's essentially me stealing content, posting it as my own, and when the person who owns that content complains about it, I just say, oh, no, it doesn't matter what you say. The only thing that matters is what the people who purchase it say about it, and they like it. It's fun. No, that's not how it works. You're stealing content. That's what it is. Okay, that's all right. And you know what's okay, this is literally like him taking content, reacting to it, uploading it, and then saying like a few words. That's what he's doing. Oh my God. He does this all the time. This is what Asmongold does. He does this all the time. He watches content. He essentially steals views from smaller creators or different people's content, uploads it to his channel, gets a whole bunch of views. Meanwhile, the person who made the original content doesn't receive any recognition for it. And then when they complain about it, you're saying, no, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what the viewers think. What do the viewers think? What do the viewers think? No, it matters that you stole somebody's content. Okay. This is okay. I don't know. The hypocrisy. No, not hypocrisy. Self-reporting. Wait, no. What? I'm not okay. Wild, wild, completely wild.
Your opinion on it, like just because you do it doesn't, like nobody cares.
Yes, people definitely do care. I know a whole bunch of artists that sometimes they spend an hour, sometimes they spend 2 hours, sometimes they spend multiple days. I know that I have spent like multiple days working on a specific project, and I put time and energy into that. And basically, that's like somebody taking it, uploading it as their own, not paying me for the work that I did. That's essentially spitting on all the work that I did. So that's time. Time is essentially money. And most of the time, artists are doing it for a commission. That's literally like like somebody commissioning an artist and then them turning around, basically saying, oh, sorry, I don't have the money to pay for it right now. You can probably just use it on your own thing. Thank you for taking my commission, though. They spent time on it and they didn't get paid for it. Yes, their opinion matters. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense.
Like, it's not relevant. It's like whenever one of these, like, you know, really well-respected directors talks about how bad Marvel is. Shut up, old man. I like watching the Thor movie. It was cool.
What is Marvel? What does Marvel have to do with anything? Okay, this is... So I was doing a little bit more research on this, and I found this tweet from Bromo Jumbo, and basically they say, artist opinions don't matter. What matters is the opinion of the people buying the product. And honestly, I have to agree. It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. You're basically saying that the person who is purchasing or receiving the product that they either asked for a commission or whatever deserve to put a price and a value on the product. No, somebody spent hours and a lot of time working on a specific project, and you basically saying, oh, it's not worth that, it's not worth this. That's basically shitting on the fact that they spent all that time working on that, and it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what I say about it. It only matters what I say about it. Huh? No, that's not how it works. So after this person tweeted this, he actually responded and saying, am I wrong about this? Looking at so many people angry with what I said is kind of shocking to me. When you go to market with a product, the only thing that matters is the consumer's perception on that product's value. When did this become wrong? Honestly, okay, now I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. He is right in the sense that the product that's marketed to the consumer should be appealing to this consumer. Otherwise, they're not going to purchase it. But even then, a consumer is not allowed to give their opinion on how much the product should be. Even though in many different situations, that should be the case because a lot of these companies like overpricing their products. But when it comes to art, somebody is their own product. Their product is the art that they create, and every single artist has a different style and a different way that they make art. And that is honestly the appeal. There's a whole bunch of different artists in different communities who make specific characters, create specific species of characters. Some focus on a specific niche of art. Some are NSFW artists, and a lot of people gravitate towards that. But even though it's all NSFW content, there's still different niches within that genre of NSFW art. So there are so many different ways to appeal, and there's so many different like combinations of the exact same thing. And that is not something that you can put a price on. That is where you are wrong. I think one of my biggest takeaways from this entire situation is that Asmongold is just out of touch with reality. I think at one point he said that AI and anything it creates is way better than anything an artist or other creator could make. Do I need to play the Kwebbelkop AI video?
I can't believe I just threw all of that away! No!
So what do you think? Do you think the artist's opinion matters? Or is the only thing you care about the lack of gay porn on Rule 34? Leave your comments below!